All right, guys. So we're going to start the live stream here. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to hop in. So stay tuned here as we get ready for the chat. We'll get that loaded up here and make sure. Hopefully YouTube will send out the notifications. All right, perfect. Looks like we are on there, man. There we go. Perfect. Let's get this pulled up here. Welcome in, Richard. All right. Welcome in, Steve. So, like I said, we'll give everyone a few minutes to hop in. Plan on being here from anywhere from 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour tops. Start here at 9 o'clock. We'll see how everything goes, but probably be on here anywhere from 30, 45 minutes, possibly an hour. Figured it'd be best to go in here and just talk to you guys. I got a couple things I want to share in today's video. But yeah, let's just go from that. Hey, Winston, welcome in. William, welcome in, guys. Let's go. All right. Do have a couple things we're going to touch base on in today's video. I find it kind of interesting. Probably some speculation. A little bit. Welcome in, Donald Cook. Welcome in, guys. Definitely probably something that one thing is possibly interesting. And the other part of it is possibly fake, I'm going to say. But we'll go over it, get your thoughts and opinions. We love covering speculation, and I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it as well. Richard K, once the S1 comes out, what is the earliest in the 15-day window next bridge conversion can take place? Well, I believe once they have the record date, the conversion can't take place until then. A87, what's up? Cameron, Metafam, yes, excited. I'm excited for the week as well. Welcome in, Kevin. Kevin from Burlington, Ontario, Canada. Heck yeah, man. Cable, welcome in. Black Bezos, what's up, man and family? Salute, Terry. Thank you all so much. Bobby Luther, let's go. All right. We got Bo Dollars, Bo Money. Welcome in, man. Love some of these YouTube names. They definitely crack me up. All right, yeah, that Donald here has it. What do you think about Exxon deleted post? We're going to cover that speculation. We're going to cover that. Mad Mayhem, what happens to our shares when they go private? We will go over all that as well. Fishing on Credit, D Money, Dame, welcome in. Cool Rain Fallen, welcome in, guys. We got a lot of people joining in. Thank you all so much. Let's go over a couple questions real quick before we get into today's subjects. We're going to cover, Donald, about the Exxon tweet, so we'll get into that later in the video. Mad Mayhem. Okay, so real quick, if you're looking to hold your MMTLP and go private, keep in mind, your MMTLP will go bye-bye. MMTLP will hold a $0 value when it gets transferred over to NextBridge private shares. So keep that in mind. You currently will see money in your brokerage account for MMTLP. Once that goes private, it's going to go to zero. It may take a few weeks for NextBridge shares to show up in your brokerage, and they will have a $0 amount. We will then wait for press releases and updates from NextBridge about what's going to happen. Now, we're all really suspecting there's going to be a sale announced very shortly, within a few months or so after this all goes private, because we know that the sale of the assets cannot happen on Meta Materials books. That cannot happen. So, like I said, we're going to have to wait for this to all go private, get on NextBridge's books, and let the sale happen on that. William, thanks for sharing, man. Mark, welcome in. Liz, welcome in. Bill. Bill says we're going to have the IRS Rule 355 and get half cash, half stock. Once they go private, we get floor price and can't be shorted. Steve says, wouldn't it be something if our brokers flipped our shares over to NextBridge as soon as the date drops, so we cannot sell our shares if we were to be a squeeze? That would be interesting. CC, hey, Terry, listening from South Texas. All right. April, welcome in. We got here, hello from Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Is there a possibility for S1 Fifth Amendment? I don't believe so. Ken Rice, if you watched the video I just did right here 23 hours ago down below, I got the clip in this one and in this video of Ken Rice from his own, words from his own mouth, straight from the horse's mouth, that the only issue they have is the financials for MetaMaterials. So that means everything in there for MMTLP to NextBridge is good to go. So once they put the new metamaterials numbers in there from the recent earnings, we're going to be good to go, guys. They cannot hold this back any longer. So it's just a matter of time, man. Just a matter of time. Yes. As Bobby says, smash, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. It helps out a lot. Wow, Mark says, just got back from Dallas. Gas was $2.95 in Dallas and Chicago, $4.50. Whoa. Concourse says, keep up the good work, Terry. Let's go. Thank you all so much. Dennis, welcome in. Greta, welcome in. All right. Will this squeeze before it goes private? Mad Mayhem, that is a huge possibility. Of course, there's no guarantee. We are suspecting that once the S1A4 gets approved, and wow, James says 535 in Nevada. Man, these gas prices are just ridiculous. So once the SEC gives the approval, we get the countdown, probably 15 days. Then we're going to have the shorts being basically forced to cover. So it's going to be up to the brokerages to force close. It'll be up to the brokerages to force close the short position so they do not have any synthetic or naked shares going into next bridge. Now, we got to hope that the brokerages will do that, which we know they will, because the brokerages don't want to be held liable, and they're going to force close on these hedge funds. So keep that in mind. It's going to be exciting times ahead. All right. Says, I just want money. I've been holding on this from the very beginning. So if you've been holding this at the very beginning, set up a game plan. That's what I say. We never tell anyone what to expect. We just give our thoughts and opinions of what could be right. We could be right. We could be wrong. But all said and done, the due diligence is done. The research is out there. We believe this stuff is very valuable, guys. Very valuable. So we're not going to let it go for pennies. We're not selling here at $7. You know, we're not selling here at $7.25. That don't even cross my mind at all. Like I said, you have to set your own price targets. I can give you what mine would be, but that don't help you what yours could be. Everyone's financial situation is different. Everyone's money's different. Everyone's financial situation is different. I can't say that enough. You got to do what's best for you and your family, number one. You know, I'm all about the cause and making the shorts pay. But if this MMTLP gets up to a price that you're comfortable with selling, don't be afraid to take some money off the table, guys. Not saying you got to sell everything you have, but take enough off the table that you're comfortable with. And if it runs up more, sell more. If it goes back down, be okay with holding that into next bridge. So, like I said, I want you all to set your own price targets. I have the original roller pigeons method, and I agree with her, 29 to 46. Now, that was on the low end. All this stuff going on, we're thinking $75 to $85 with everything included, with the oil and gas asset, the natural gas included, tax-free spin out. We're thinking anywhere from $75 to $85. If we're going up to possible short squeeze, this could pull a Volkswagen and go crazy. We don't know though, or HKD. This could really go anywhere because it's going private. And if all the hedge funds and all the brokerages are forced to close out those synthetics and they have to buy the shares off the market, we're going to see an epic, epic short squeeze. It's going to be something fantastic. And I hope the brokerages make those shorts pay. I hope they make them pay, man. Okay, so I want to get in here to some information in today's video, and we'll get back to some questions. So this is the tweet that I think it was Bobby Luther was asking earlier. Welcome in, Sandra, one of the moderators. Yeah, Rather Be Skinned says, are you excited? Yes. And I agree to Steve, 75 to 85 on the actual dividend. But if we get a squeeze, it could be double that, triple that. You know, it could be whatever it's going to be, man. And if brokerages keep forcing them to keep buying and closing out those shares, and what if there is the 80 million synthetics out there from Torch, shorts in the Torch? Woo, it's going to be an exciting time. Okay, so let's get into this. A's short squeeze here has a screenshot from a post from StockCube. So A's short squeeze here says, MMTLP, if this is true, then this would explain why they invested and purchased 17 million shares of MMAT. And they have ExxonMobil. So here we got a tweet from StockCube, and we have a screenshot up, and we're going to examine it. He says MMAT, MMTLP. So I had a little look at State Street Corporation and found that their former CEO, Joseph L. Hooley, is also on the board of directors and a chairman at ExxonMobil, who are the biggest publicly traded oil and gas company internationally. Coincidence? All right, so we got to get in here to this tweet, and we got to zoom in, which I love my, there we go. Make sure that looks good on the YouTube area. Yeah, I got it perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so we zoomed in there. Love the touchscreen laptop, man. It's so great for YouTube. All right, let's keep going here. So here you can see in this first box, Joseph L. Hooley is a chairman and chief executive officer at State Street Corporation, one of the world's leading provider of financial services to institutional investors. With $28 trillion in assets under custody and administration, the U.S. $2 trillion assets under management as of December 31st, 2015. We go down here, you can see valuable skills to the Exxon Mobil board. State Street is one of the world's leading providers of financial services to institutional investors, including investment servicing, investment management, and investment research and trading. Hooley became CEO of State Street in March 2010 and served in the role for 8 years. He became board chairman in 2011 and serves as non-executive chairman until his expected retirement as director year end. Here we can see another post up here. Irving, Texas, ExxonMobil Corporation said today that Joseph L. Hooley has been elected to its board of directors effective January 1st, 2020. Hooley currently serves as non-executive board chairman of State Street Corporation, and it was chair executive officer from 2010 to 2018. Here you can see number 6, ExxonMobil Corporation. All right. Now, I have to say the information is correct. Guys, this here is the premium Fintel. I pay for this every 3 months. I pay for this information. I bring you the short information, but I'm going to show you here on the premium Fintel where State Street holds 17 million shares. And we're going to get out here to the Fintel. Look at this. Activist investors. Since February 10th, 2022, State Street Corporation, 17.5 million shares, guys. And as you can see, 6.25% stake. So keep that in mind. 6.25% stake in Metamaterials. State Street, right here it is. Boom. Let's see if it takes me to their... Oh, that takes me to actually their thing. I don't want to go to that, but... Yeah. So there it is. I mean, it checks out. Here you can see the shares and all this here. That's what they hold. So exciting times. Let me make sure this is all refreshed up. All right. We got Yuka here asking, is this new information? Yes, I believe it's very new information. Absolutely. All right. So here we go. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Let's keep going here into the information. Microcap Daily, guys, put out another article on the S1A4. Exciting times. Metamaterials. Short squeeze S1A4 filings. S1 approval could be days away from the NextBridge hydrocarbon spinoff. Exciting times. Here's the article. We'll just kind of go over a little bit here. I want to keep up with you guys. But here you can see it. Article posted. They just posted this today. November 13, 2022. So this is just out today, a new one. I believe this is their fourth. I'm going to say this is their fourth article that they posted. I think my YouTube is not bringing up the chat correctly. So I'm going to refresh it here a second, guys, because it seems to be the chat is kind of stuck. And thank you to all 209 people that's currently here in the chat. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, and now I got chats coming up, so thank you all for that. All right. And if we go down here, it kind of goes over MMTLP has rocketed back to $7 a share after another failed short attack on Thursday to even touch the low 6 from the short attack the week before. The company filed the S1A4 on November 9th. The only changes from the S1A3 filing is 9 months data versus the 6-month data, signaling we could be days away from the S1 approval, which is exciting times. I want to welcome all the new people coming in, man. Thank you all so much. Yes, smash the thumbs up. It helps out a lot. Welcome in Jediah, Brian, Steve. Is the market open tomorrow? Yes, it is. Actually, the market will be open tomorrow. I don't think the market's closed any this week. Yes, Sandra, I agree, man. Tick-tock. Absolutely. It's just a matter of time, guys. Here you can see down here at the next part, next bridge, hydrocarbons exclusively developing its Oro Grande Basin asset. The Oro Grande project is located in West Texas. The Oro Grande project has shown to have potential for multi-stack pay zone totaling 600 to 800 feet thick, with geologic and reservoir similarities to the Midland Basin. 134,000 net acres, 3,150 potential well locations, and 3.2 billion to 3.7 billion barrels potential recovery. Here we go. They got the John Berta post in here saying that they just basically need the financials updated. Don't let any FUD scare you out of what you hold, guys. Here we can see continues among the main topics of the subreddit short squeeze. MTLP haven't. Here it even has our buddy Cable. I believe he's here in the chat. I just saw him earlier. They have Cable here posted. MMTLP haven't sold a single share. We haven't even started the squeeze yet. This is just smart FOMO. Lift off intimate. That's pretty cool there. They got Cable in there, man. Good stuff. Here they got a short squeeze here. Keep in mind, guys, when they want to point out, see someone down here posted, which is very true. Yeah, Cable, you're in there, man. Hey, David, welcome in. Man, this is awesome, man. Thank you all for joining. 225 people. Let's go. Short Squeeze here has a great little tweet out. MMTLP is the only short squeeze backed by 3.2 billion barrels of oil. Everyone share this going this week. MMTLP, the more retweets, the better. MMTLP preferred shares going private. All short positions are required to close out their position since you can't carry a short position to a private company. There's over 80 million short positions carried over from the Torchlight Energy. Next bridge, private company has 134,000 acres, 3.2 billion barrels of oil, with an estimated payout $60 to 140. All the new shareholders of MMTLP are eligible for the payout, and top insiders haven't sold MMTLP. So, guys, just exciting. Look at this chart here. Guys, MMTLP was like $1, $2 for like a year. And now all this excitement happens here, as you see on this chart, because the time is ticking. That's right. The new dates are going to be out here any day, and it's going to be exciting. Exciting times, man. Exciting times. Here you see, got a tweet from Brad. Who's ready for the Epic next week? Speculation, S1A approval. Yeah, and guys, keep in mind, we got, I believe it's the 17th is the new opening of the new facility. So wouldn't it be ironic if we get it approved on that day or some announcement that day? That'd be pretty fantastic. Yeah, that would be, Lee, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I guess if you tell your wife that, she may slap you. She may not understand what that really means. The Moass, the mother of all short squeezes, she may think it's something else. I can definitely see where she might think that. I did want to show you guys. So currently right now, the futures are pretty red for tomorrow. So we'll have to see where the market takes us. Let's go over the futures real quick while we're here in the stream. S&P futures is down 15 points. The Dow futures is down 100 points. The NASDAQ is down 67 points. The Russell is down 7 points. And crude oil is positive barely by 14 cents. Yeah, so there we go. Let's see, going over some of the charts here. Okay, sorry guys. All right. Why was this here? I wanted to go back to this. Okay, so yeah, we got that. All right, yeah, so here is the ExxonMobil. Here is the ExxonMobil stuff. Okay. So Linda Braskett said she's seen this. Now, we can't say, I mean, this person account joined here in June of 2022. She's following 10, has 2 followers, you know. I don't want I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. We haven't got any really replies on her post. Let's just see. She said she saw this here on Reddit. ExxonMobil officially announcing something on Twitter. I don't think they would publicly announce it on Twitter first. I believe if ExxonMobil would announce this, it would be through a formal press release, probably not on Twitter first. That's just my personal opinion, because I know through MMAT that we've had, I believe it was George and Ken acknowledged back in the old Sterling interview that you cannot officially announce like any kind of big releases through like social media. It has to be done like through an official press release. So as much as I would love this to be a true post and they deleted it, I just don't believe that it can be. Now, I love speculation, trust me. I love speculation, and I hope this person is right. I hope it is. I hope it's right, but I just don't know if this part can be right, guys. I just don't think that part is going to be right. Now, we keep going back here. I believe what StockQ posted here is fantastic information with these screenshots here. This all checks out. What StockQ posted, I agree 100% with. Like I said, we can compare that to the Fintel, and it matches right up there that State Street holds 17.5 million shares. So, great due diligence here on StockQ, and I hope this is true, and they deleted it, but I don't know. I just don't know if I can believe that they did that. All right, so I think we covered that, and let me go to my Twitter here. Yeah, I think there's the post from Brad. Yeah, so we got the headquarters facility go. Meta, yeah, so we got a big part here. Meta's going to contact the FINRA for brokerages to start closing out short positions and stop trading MMTLP within 15 days. Once the S1A is approved, there's going to be mandatory short covering and double squeeze potential. So it's going to be exciting times. Here we got something that Roller Pigeon stated. I believe the assets to have significant value. I've calculated that the value between 32 to 60 per NextBridge share. That's what I believe it to be. I fact tested across numerous people and different entities, and they all seem to nod their head in agreement. But you know, they can spin anything into negative news. I think now it's just a matter of holding tight, and we will very shortly see the finality to MMTLP trading. Next steps, we're going to see something with the dates on it. We're going to see a PR come out from either NextBridge or Meta talking about the new record date for shareholders. This way it works is MMTLPs will be canceled out and you'll be given equity in NextBridge hydrocarbons. So there's that. Now, this article still uses the wrong picture for Tony Market Moves. I wish they'd get that right, but they got this guy, this channel here, that he is a Market Moves guy, but it's not our Tony Market Moves. But, you know, give them what it is. Here we can see the only thing I see has changed the 9-month data versus the 6-month data, which we covered that, and not much there. Here we can see Short Squeeze posted about the handle on the daily chart, reverse head and shoulders on the weekly chart. I'm not much of a technical analysis guy, so I would let Smokey give his thoughts and opinion if he agrees with that there. Here we go. Currently running higher towards 769 highs for MMTLP, has rocketed back over to 7 since the failed short attack on Thursday. Yeah, I believe this is all just pretty much similar. And then basically down here at the bottom, we want to see it says the 15-day countdown to privatization begins and 80 million shares currently sold short will have to be covered. Is this when the real short squeeze will happening? We'll be updating MMTLP. Anything new happens, make sure you're subscribed to Microcap Daily. So yeah, like I said, make sure you're subscribed to Microcap Daily. I follow them there on Twitter, so we get these updates. And it's going to be exciting times ahead, guys. I can tell you that much. I'm super excited for what's going to happen. Let's go down here and see. We got Metamaterial News tweeted out as well. Here's where I posted it. Paul here, our buddy Paul T, has another... Oh yeah, Jediah person here with a yeah, I agree, Cable, that they are just doing that. But it is nice that we got more spreading out the information. You know, it's kind of nice that I guess they are spreading, they are copy and pasting some of the news. But at least we are getting more exposure. I'll take exposure. Absolutely. Jedi says, since 0.8% are selling, can MMTLP go above 750? Absolutely, man. With that little of people selling, it's just, to me, it's a lot of shorting, a lot of synthetics. And we're going to cover this right here in the short report. We're going to read Paul's short report because he does a great job on it. I want to give him a little exposure on this because I think we need to go over this here on the channel. MMTLP short report. This week, 11/7 through 11/11, a total of 1.5 million shares were shorted. That was 42.12% of volume. For the past 25 trading days, a total of 19.51 million shares were shorted, 51.32% of volume. A paltry 3,000 shares are left to borrow at a 37.6% fee. Wow, love it. Hedge funds continued their short attacks today. 241,000 shares, 41% of the volume. Volume has decreased by 1.78 million shares versus a week ago. Additionally, stop losses continue to be triggered. The combination makes the short attacks far more effective. And he has this here. I think all you need to know this. If you're new and you don't understand it, please do not set up a stop loss on MMTLP. We cannot stress this enough. If you know what this is and you're bullish on the oil and the gas assets, do not put up a stop loss. Take them off. Make sure you do not want stop loss on your MMTLP. All right, so let's keep going here. Hedge funds cannot win. We will determine the share price when hedge funds scramble in a mandatory buyback of all shorted shares in order to close their position. Strategy. When we all realize life-changing return on investment, if you all set a starting sell price in the 3 digits, $100, initiate this strategy will make the hedge funds pay an exorbitant premium for shorting MMTLP and torch to oblivion. And here he has, thank you, Jedi. I really appreciate that, man. I try to get everyone's question in here answered. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to get some information out here as well for people that's watching this at a later time. Can you retire this week? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I believe, like I said, we're going to see the rat scurry when the S1 gets approved. When the S1A4 gets approved and those dates are in that filing, man, we're waiting for that. I believe you're going to see the volume pick up back in MMTLP crazy. You're going to get the traders, the swing traders. You're going to get more of us OGs continuing to buy here in these lower prices. So it's going to be exciting. Agreed there with Malcolm. Bird, and keep in mind, guys, the Bird Lady projections are very on the low end projections, guys. She did that to be on the safe side. Her projections. Her prediction to be on the low side. Cable says next bridge is my stop loss. Absolutely. And yeah, don't be afraid, guys. I was buying in the $5. I plan on buying here in the $6s and $7 once I get some money here. And I plan on buying some more. I don't care if you buy 5 shares, guys. Buy 10 shares, 3 shares, buy 1 share. Any share you can buy is so helpful, man. Any share you got, I don't care if you got to buy 1 share, guys. Like I said, 5 shares, 10 shares, buy a share. David, man, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate the super chat. Helps out a lot. Let's see here. David says, you are like a bulldog that never gives up, my friend. We love you. Thank you so much, David, man. I'm going to tell you, we've been doing this since day one, since MMTLP came out, October 7th, 2021. I've been here day in, day out, bringing updates, keeping what I can, just keeping you all up to date, because I truly believe this is going to be like life-changing situation, and I believe that since this has started. I have believed that, and time will tell whether I'm right or wrong. There's always a possibility that my thoughts, I could be wrong. Just saying, I could be wrong on this. But I just don't believe our land and our oil and gas has no value at all. I just don't believe that. And as I was buying the shares, 70 cents, 80 cents, $1, $1.25, $1.50, $2, I just believe the dividend's going to be more than that. And I still believe the dividend's going to be more than the current here $7.25. I truly believe that the dividend's going to be somewhere between, 29 to 46 on the low end. And then I'm thinking anywhere from 60 to 85 on the high end. So that's what I'm saying right there. Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, if you're unable to buy MMTLP because you have to get in a certain brokerage, you can always just buy MMAT as well, guys. You can buy MMAT because there's a theory of a double short squeeze. And let me pull up MMAT stock, because if you're unable to buy MMTLP, you can buy MMAT. Because let me tell you why. There's a good possibility this stock is going to see a huge shift in volume as well. Let's say we're over here at MMTLP. Meta to the moon. Yeah, love it, Emily. So let's just say this. MMTLP goes bye-bye. It goes to the next bridge. Let's say it takes 3 months. Then there's a sale announced. Everyone's going to get like $60, $80, $90 a share. I don't know. Let's just say we're getting $65 a share. $65 next bridge dividend. All of the people that has been buying MMTLP, we're all going to get $65 a share per our next bridge share now on the dividend. What do you think we're going to do with the money we get? Now, of course, we're going to take out taxes. That's the first thing you got to do. If you get a dividend or you get stock and you sell that stock and you get gains, don't forget to take out taxes. Look up your state. Please always put your taxes aside just to be safe. I don't want you to take everything and invest it and something go wrong and you lose it. Don't forget to put taxes aside. That's the first thing I do. If I get any profit, I set taxes to the side because Uncle Sam will always get paid. But anyway, we get our taxes out. We got that money sitting there. We don't want it sitting in our bank account because we're losing money to inflation if it's sitting in the bank account. What we're going to do with that money is, at least a good portion of it, we're going to invest it over here into the company we believe in for the long run. That's right. Metamaterials, MMAT. That is exactly what we're going to do. We are going to buy this stock, and which we've been buying this stock for the last year or two as well. So, but we're going to keep buying it because, we've been buying this on the dip the whole way down, and now we're going to buy it on the rip the whole way back up. So, like I said, whether the stock goes up or down here in the short term really doesn't matter because we're just going to buy it because we believe in this for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So, going to be a huge potential of a short squeeze to happen in this play here as well, because a lot of people's going to have a lot of money, and we got to put it somewhere, and we're going to put it back in the company that took care of us on the dividend. So, it's going to be exciting times. Yeah, Matthew says, double your pleasure, double your fun. Absolutely. Lee says, Fidelity is annoying to go through, but I do like how they give me a better price than I asked. Well, that's always good. Absolutely. I've had that with Fidelity a couple times. I put in an order, and they have gave me a little bit cheaper price at times. I can say that. Here we go. Courtney. Oh, here we go. Achille here says, 1 year anniversary. I follow Terry MMT. Thank you, man. 1 year anniversary on following the channel. Appreciate it. Courtney says, what if the hedge fund buys a synthetic share? Allie says they have to throw it away and buy another. So basically, if they have a synthetic share, of course, that's not a real share. That synthetic share is basically, they have to go buy a real share to cover that synthetic share. So, yeah. It's going to be exciting times. I'm just excited. What can I say? I'm excited. It says that my tax bill is going to be for the Lambo for the 2022. Someone buying a Lambo. Hey, man, we worked hard for this. So if you want to buy something crazy with, go ahead and do it. Absolutely. I told you all my goal. Once this gets paid, and if we do get shares in an old company, or we get a huge dividend or whatever it is, of course, number one, if I take any kind of profits, I'm going to be taking money out for taxes. I'll take out here what my state taxes is and make sure I put even a little extra back. So I probably will do the like 30. Well, I have some long-term. I'm not sure how that's going to work because I currently have MMTLP long-term capital gains and some of my Fidelity shares. I don't know how that's going to work once those go away and it transfers to NextBridge. If that means all of them are automatically going to be short-term now. So I don't know how it's going to work, but I might have to talk to my tax person. What should I take out? Is it 30%, 37%? And then I'll probably add an extra 5% on it. So I'm probably going to do like 40% in taxes just to be safe, because I want to make sure I have enough back for Uncle Sam, because I don't want him to come. I don't want him to come knocking on my door for money and I don't have it. So I'll probably be taking out like 35, 40% in taxes once we do get profits off of this, because I just want to make sure we have enough. And the goal is to pay off the house. That's number one. Wow. Studios here says, wish I was living in Puerto Rico right now. 0 capital gains. Wow. I like this here. Jediah has a funny comment. With crypto going down, oil rising, news store, investors are going to go yonkers. I love it. I love it, man. Appreciate it. Oh, someone says, I think New Jersey is as well. How do we answer the tax on long-term conversion to short-term? I hope that's something that might come out in a future press release, because I have proof that I have in my Fidelity account. I've held MMTLP for over a year on a decent amount of shares right now. So I would love to keep that long-term status on my MMTLP. So I would like to get an answer on that before this all goes private, because that can make a huge difference on taxes. You know what I mean? If the stock runs up, then that can make a huge difference from long-term to short-term capital gains. So yeah. So I hope we do get some kind of answer on that from Meta or the brokerages. Once we get the official dates in, I'll be calling up Fidelity and asking. Now, I've been buying on TradeStation as well. I don't have any shares that'll be considered long-term. I don't have any shares on TradeStation that'll be considered long-term, so I'm not really worried about calling them up. But I believe Fidelity, like I said, I have a good, decent amount of shares. I need to make sure that if those shares get transferred into NextBridge, will they still hold that long-term capital gains and not short-term? So that's going to be huge for me. Studio says $20 is a share. Joke, at this point, I want to see Knight go bankrupt. Yeah, we want to see the hedge funds go bankrupt. Absolutely. David says this is a divvy stock, so it should be taxed as such, 15%. Now, that would be great. 15% would be fantastic. I probably will call my tax advisor. Yeah, Brian says 37% for capital gains. How many shares do you figure over the 165 million? I don't believe any is going to be allowed. BTW brand, welcome in, man. I'm going to give a special shout out here to BTW brand. He or she has been answering a lot of questions down in the comments on my videos for people. And I truly appreciate that. You don't even know. It's sometimes hard. I will go in and put likes and stuff on a lot of people's comments. I'll browse them. But I have been getting a good bit of comments. I don't have time to answer every single. I try to answer the ones that have a quick yes or no, kind of quick one sentence question. But BTW brand has been tackling some of the really questions that, I don't know, a good post to a good paragraph or so to answer. So thank you. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you right here, I agree with Gino. We're all going to need to upgrade our tax advisors if this pays out the way it is, because trust me, you can get screwed on taxes if it ain't done correctly. Yeah. And we're going back to JM here. He says $20 is good enough. Hey, like I said, guys, you got to put your own price target on this. You set it to what you want. If $20 is good for you, take it at 20. Absolutely. There's no problem with that. We're not going to hate you. You take it at your point, man. Like I said, everyone's financials are different. I would hate this to go to $20 and you think that's a good enough money to change your life and you don't take it and then it's wrong. I don't want any of that. I want you to set your own price. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on what my price target is. Like, we all could be wrong, and we don't want our viewers to be upset at us. If you set your own price and you hit that price and you want to sell, you sell it. Don't listen to me. I could be wrong on my price. I really hope that I'm right, but I could be wrong as well. So, yeah, like I said, I will definitely be getting in touch with my tax advisor. Like I said, now this is going to change from state to state. So, I'm here in the state of Maryland. So, if I get any information from Maryland, unfortunately, it's not going to help anyone in any other state except Maryland. So, if I have any Maryland residents out there, I can at least maybe help them from the tax person I've been using, or I'll have to call someone else. Yeah, it says here California short-term taxes are. Yeah, I think it is something. I think Tony Market Moves lives in California, and I think he said before. I believe he said before it's something like 40 or 45%, something like that. So I just kind of want to, when I get my money, just to be safe, I want to like take out taxes like I live in California, because that's like the highest tax state, I believe. So that's kind of my goal, is to basically just set my price. If I get that price, I'm going to take out taxes like I live in California. And that's probably like 40, 45%. Because trust me, never hurts to put too much back for it. Even if you want to take 50% back. You sell, let's say you get $20,000 in dividend, or you get an oil stock and you sell it, you get $20,000. Set back $10,000 for taxes. Just go ahead and set it back. Forget about it. Let your taxes get done. Pay your taxes. And if you got money left over, good for you. Because trust me, it does not hurt to go ahead and put too much back for taxes, man. I don't want to see anyone out there come tax time owe a boatload of money and not have it set to the side. All right. JM, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like I said, I'm not going to hate. If any of my viewers want to sell now at $7, feel free to, man. Feel free for selling at $7. I'm not selling at $7, but if any of my viewers think, hey, $7 is a good bit and I want to cash out now, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you not to. Cable says no taxes here. 401k and Roth. Nice. Yeah. Oh, Donald M says there's the online tax calculator for capital gains. Now, I'm pretty sure once this is all said and done, probably a couple of us, probably me, Pidge, and Pidge, and Tony, and maybe a few others, will probably, and maybe even Allie, may pitch and do videos on taxes and give estimated, capital gains for short term, long term, and all that. Like I said, I'm not a tax advisor, so I really can't give you tax advice, but I can at least maybe do like what my plan is after I talk with my tax advisor, and maybe be able to help what my situation would be. But you got to keep in mind too, it goes upon your income and your family. Yeah, Mark, I can't stress enough, like I said, and it all goes upon the income bracket you will go in. So, if you're someone already making $100,000, $200,000 a year, and you bought a boatload of MMTLP and you make a huge lot of money, your tax bracket's going to jump up like crazy. So keep this in mind, guys. Taxes are a huge deal. It would not hurt to put 50% to the side off the get-go. It just wouldn't hurt. You couldn't put too much to the side. You just can never put too much back for taxes, because we know Uncle Sam always wins. Just think about it, guys. When you win, what was it? When the person won the $2 billion lottery, what the heck was it? They won $2 billion. They ended up getting like 600 million or something out of it. They took like, I don't know, crazy, like 60-70% in taxes out. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Uncle Sam always gets paid. Trust me, Uncle Sam always going to get taxes. All right, so I believe we hit about 45 minutes here. I think we're going to get ready to call it end of the stream. I just want to get on here real quick, talk to you guys, go over those couple things there about the what short squeeze there posted. It's posted here about the ExxonMobil and StockQ post, and we went over the State Street here, confirming that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Tony said California is 37% long-term and 54% short-term. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, California tax man was the big power. Yeah, exactly. That poor California person got taxed like crazy. So like I said, put at least 50 to 60%. I don't even know. I'm telling you, put all your money back and don't touch it till tax time. Pay your taxes first, then invest. That's all I can really say, man. Taxes are a scary thing, especially when we're talking a big hunk of money here. Yeah. So, Cable Man, I appreciate you enjoyed the live stream. I love getting on here talking with all you guys. All right, so we're going to call it the end of the stream. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll be back tomorrow in a video. So thank you again for all your support, and I will catch you all next video, guys.